Okay, here we have The Creep #1. I was excited to read this since I enjoyed The Creep #0, and I have to say that I was disappointed with this comic book, and the main reasons being that I don't really feel like the story got any further. There wasn't any kind of further thought. There's a couple things where, I don't know, it just seemed like it was the same. It wasn't the same as the first one, but there's nothing remarkable about the second one. You didn't learn anything new about the characters. You kind of get the impression, I'm giving away a little bit, but, yeah, I'm going to give away a little bit. So you kind of get the impression that the guy's going crazy a little bit, but it might have just been something that he took, which I think is just something that he took. I don't know. It was just him walking around talking to people, and I didn't feel like we learned anything that made it worth reading. So I'll probably get #3, and then hopefully, I would assume that one has to pick up. I mean, #2, it'd be the third in the series, but The Creep #2. But it would have to pick up because, I mean, this one, nothing happened. You just learn a little bit. I mean, I guess there's a little bit more you learn about the character, but nothing that you're just like, oh, that it's nothing shocking. Like the first one, the whole thing that made it interesting is you're learning about the character. So in the second one, if you don't learn anything new, or if the plot doesn't go any further forward, then what was the point? Yeah, I don't know. There's things I still like about the character that they've brought back from the first one. Certain things that are interesting, or just how people react to him, because he has physical deformity from some kind of disorder. But the fact still remains, those parts were good, but I mean, that can't hold up the entire comic book. That, one page of what I was like, oh yeah, that's interesting. And then I actually forgot that it happened in Zero. So it was actually just bringing back the same point. They just added a little more to it. But yeah, I would say this is something you don't necessarily need to get. Now, if #2 is really good, maybe it'll be something you'll have to buy just to sort of, not have that missing piece. But I feel like I haven't really learned anything new about the character, about the plot, about what's happened. So, yeah, this one I say you could pass on.